Hello, nerds! Thank you for joining me here on Nerd News Clips. This is the second channel. This is the place for all of the short form content as well as the individual sections and just generally speaking smaller things. If you are into the longer form content, youtube.com/generallynerdy is the place to go see that. With that out of the way, let's get into this. Let's now roll into comic books and books. We have a trailer this week, and it's actually a trailer/announcement for a book. It is for Batman Gotham Knights Gilded City. It's going to be a 6-issue book. Again, trailer link down in the description. I'm interested. It's a prequel book to the Gotham Knights video game that is coming out very shortly. It is going to be written by Narcisse, illustrated by Abel, and cover arts will feature Greg Capullo on all 6 regular issues. There's going to be variant issue covers by Yannick Paquette, Christopher Metten, Jim Lee, and Scott Williams. The game and issue number 1 are going to be coming out on the same day, which is October 25th. So you've got a month, so get ready. That's what we have for trailers. Let's get into regular-ass news. We have World's Finest number 7 is introducing a new sidekick for Superman. Boy Thunder. Seems like we're borrowing a little heavy from Mortal Kombat, don't you think? Boy Thunder is the new sidekick for Superman. It seems, I don't know, the description that I read was very hard to follow. It sounds like Boy Thunder is something that we've seen previously. This is definitely the first time I've heard of it. Or heard of him, I guess is more appropriate. And very potentially, he's only going to be in Batman Superman World's Finest number 7. Or maybe he's going to be a character moving forward into the Batman versus Robin story arc we're about to start. Again, it's very, very confusing the way they worded the description for this issue. And I don't know, we're going to have to follow this one up because it's just too weird. The issue is on stores or on shelves now, I believe. It's written by Mark Waid, illustrated by Mora, colors by Tamra Bonvillain, and letters by Steve Wands. So, yeah, if you know something more about Boy Thunder than I do, let's have that conversation. For now, though, we're moving on into our next piece of comic book news, Sword of Azrael. We announced, or talked about this when it was announced, and now we are into issue number 2. The miniseries reveals that the Knights Templar, who have taken over for the Saint Dumas, they have gotten rid of the Azrael program, it seems, and they now have a new one called Sariel. So, Azrael, being Jean-Paul Vallée, Azrael is a moniker that is handed to whoever the Saint Dumas people, the knights, or what is the saints? There we go. Whoever they have as their warrior, effectively, and then the Knights Templar took over because they lost their way, supposedly. It's a very interesting situation. So Sariel is now a female. The Sariel is Brielle Arnier. I did words. So now Jean-Paul is trying to not only save himself from what is referred to as the system in this world, but he's also going to be saving the new Sariel, Brielle, again, Arnier. Just interesting. It's very, I don't know, I love the Batman world. Even when it's not the best writing, it's still super compelling to me. So, very interested to see what develops out of this one. Let me know if you agree. Otherwise, we're moving on, and we are moving on into comic book suggestion for the week. Moving away from literature and into actual funny pages, we have the Amalgam Universe. This is something that happened in the 90s. There were writers' strikes in DC and Marvel. The writers from both places kind of joined up to do a thing while they were on strike, so it wasn't published by DC or Marvel, which makes it very hard to find issues. I only have a small handful myself, but if you can find them through whatever means, it is absolutely absolutely worth a read. Anything from the Amalgam Universe. I was not specific in the suggestion because, again, these books are pretty difficult to find. I don't even know if I'm able to find them through nefarious ways. So if you can, then maybe share it with the community. Either way, that is your suggestion for the week. Once again, this has been just a brief segment from the larger episode that has been posted over on the main channel, youtube.com/generallynerdy. Go over there for the long form content, or just subscribe here if you want it in bite-sized chunks. Thank you very much for joining me, nerds. We'll see you in the next one. Before we go though, always remember that if it's generally nerdy, it's probably here.